Hi, welcome to another Fajardo Friday Life lesson. This week is going to be a little different. I am going to do this periodically. I'm going to call episodes like this the little things. It's the little things that matter, they say. And what I mean by the little things, I'm talking about when I was little. There were things that I learned, activities that I did that I didn't think would impact me in a big way later on in life, but it turns out they really did. So whenever I do episodes like this, they're like little life hacks, things to try, and hopefully they kind of help you out, help your kids out. So I'll give you three things each time I try to do this, not a whole lot of huge amounts. So the first thing I'm going to talk about has to do with my dad. And this, when I was really little, he came up to me and said, "You can have one of these necklaces if you can unknot them all." And there were more necklaces than this. And for those of you who have jewelry boxes, you know what I'm talking about. So as a kid, I want that necklace. And I didn't see it at the time, the skills that I would be getting from that kind of an activity, but it really did impact me. First of all, patience. Because you really have to be patient to try and unknot all of that. And you get frustrated, so you're learning like the coping skills to deal with the emotion of getting aggravated, frustrated, angry, even the idea of despair and giving up and trying to keep make yourself keep going. It was never thought that that would actually affect me, and it does in other areas of my life, not just when I'm dealing with knots. Another thing that I got out of it was being able to work with my hands, especially with little things. Of course, that's a really important motor skill to get. And another thing that I got from it would be definitely like paying attention to detail and problem solving, because I have to look and I have to follow the lines of the necklace and try to unravel it, little piece by piece. And you have to see the problem. You have to see the big picture, but you also have to see like each individual piece and how it plays into the big picture. And I look at a lot of the things that problems in life and the big picture, as well as the little things that make it up, to try and fix it as a whole. And simple things, as it could be as simple as a string of decoration lights. I know people who've ever dealt with them, you know what I mean. And extension cords. And it's not just those kinds of knots, but abstract, problems, other kinds of areas of problems. The skills that I got out of that one kind of activity, and he did this like lots of times, throughout my childhood, and I just gained these skills from it. Is really helpful. So the second thing that I'm going to talk about, also from my dad, has to do with tape. I know tape, so simple, but just follow me on this. So we've all like wrapped gifts, boxes, put things up, and we've all experienced those times where the tape is stuck to the rest of the tape, to the rest of the roll, and you're like trying to dig it up. And of course, if you don't have nails, you're struggling like crazy. And when I was little, I did not have nails. So, here I am trying to get this tape up. My dad comes up to me and he's like, "Let me see that." And he takes the tape and he said, "This is what I want you to do." So he was able to get it. And so he said, "Take the tape, fold it over, and this is how you need to keep your tape from here on out." And I do. Like pretty much all my rolls of tape, unless it's a new tape. This is where I have it. And it's something that simple. And yes, it's just tape. But the truth is, when he did that, it dawned on me that, we get so caught up and so frustrated in a problem that there are really some simple solutions that you can do that you don't even think about. And so we make things out to be harder than what they really are. So it was a really good message to get from that, and it helped me in other areas of life, of course. So just using the tape to help you out. So something physical for you to as a life hack, but then also some other idea too. The last thing I'm going to tell you has to do with my mom, and when I was little, she taught me a tongue twister. As a kid, when she does this, you learn all of these activities, you learn songs and all that. You never actually realize the skills that they're giving you by doing this. As an adult, of course, we see it, but not as a little kid. And so never underestimate the value of things like this, especially like in tongue twisters. So the first thing that she did was like, "If you can memorize this tongue twister, I'll give you $5. Okay, to an 8-year-old in the 1980s, yes, that's a lot of money. So she said, "You have a certain amount of time to memorize it, and that's what you need to do." Okay, so I memorized it. I got the $5. And then she was like, "But I'll give you $10 if you can say it fast." And so it was like I had to say it in under a minute, and then in 30 seconds or less. And that was difficult, and still be able to be articulate through that. And that's what I'm saying, is that not only did I get memorization skills out of this, I learned to speak better. Of course, the pressure of trying to do this within a certain amount of time, I learned how to deal with that. So many different things that I never realized were actually skills that were playing out that were going to end up somehow be something for me later on in life. And so I'm going to end with the little the tongue twister that my mom taught me that I remember years and years and years later. And so hope you kind of have a little bit of fun with this. I'll say it fast and then I'll say it slow. And you can try to time me. I'll do this in under 30 seconds. Okay. One hen, two ducks, three squawking geese, four cornfield porpoises, five Olympic oysters, six pairs of Donald versus tweezers, 7,000 Macedonians in full battle array, eight brass monkeys from the ancient curve of Egypt, nine lyrical spherical diabolical denizens of the deep, and 10 old men on skateboards with a mark propensity towards procrastination and thought that Hall stole around the corner of the queue of the quay, the quivy, and all at the same time. So I'll say it slow. One hen, two ducks, three squawking geese, four corpulent porpoises, five Olympic oysters, six pairs of Don Verzo's tweezers, 7,000 Macedonians in full battle array, eight brass monkeys from the ancient crypt of Egypt, nine lyrical, spherical, diabolical denizens of the deep, and 10 old men on skateboards with a marked propensity towards procrastination and sloth that haul stall around the corner of the queue, of the quay, of the quivy, and all at the same time. What an amazing opportunity that was to actually learn how to say something like, and it doesn't even make sense. Not any sense at all. But that's what made it a really good exercise. And I thank my parents for teaching me these kinds of things. And I hope it kind of helps you out and gives you some ideas too. Thanks for listening.